Can humans live on Mars? Everyone has this question. In this video, we will discuss if we can live on Mars, then what's the way? If we don't, then what's the reason? Please watch the full video. I'm sure you will get a sufficient answer of your question. So without any delay, we should start. So the answer is startlingly simple. Can humans live in Antarctica where the temperature regularly falls below minus 50 degrees Celsius? And it's dark for 6 months of the year. And can humans live below the ocean where there is pressure rapidly increases in the depth of crushing levels? And can the humans live in space where there is no air?
Oh no!
If we put enough material on the surface of red planet, then we can survive or even thrive here. The Mars is particularly difficult planet to land on. The average distance from the Earth to Mars is 140 million miles apart. Currently, the trip is taking 6 to 8 months to complete. The longer the journey, the difficult it would be, the dangerous, and the more expensive it would be. Mars is the planet of full useful resources and some specific danger also. On the plus side, if we choose our landing site sensibly, we don't need to take water with us because water is heavy and there is nothing to make it lighter. There are many places on Mars where the water is in form of ice and we can use it not just for drinking but for chemistry experiment also. We might dream of a vast silver rocket slowly descending to the dusty red surface containing everything that astronauts need for a long month journey on Mars. But we have to realize that it isn't practical. The vast rocket and even the largest spaceship would require to get it there. It is beyond our launch capabilities for a decade, if not for centuries to come. The successful mission to Mars would require smart work and all the advantage uses that we can. Reasons why Mars environment is not favorable for us. First, we are protected by Earth's large magnetic field, which extends out in the space and deflects solar winds around us. Mars has no such magnetic field. Second, the Mars has accumulating damage 10 to 20% faster than the Earth. Third, the soil is toxic, rich with perchlorates, although these are the potential sources of oxygen but cannot be used in the medium of growing. Fourth, then there is dust, the red dust, which has been formed by hundreds of millions of years of continuous grinding in volcanic ash with thin particles, which is mainly hazardous for skins and machine. It's impossible to remove this dust from living things, food, and breathing, even after continuous washing, air filtering, and hovering, which can cause in eyes and lung cancer. So, how might we do this? Still, we have some options to do this, in which first is low weight spacecraft. A multi month space journey to Mars will require a large spacecraft we have ever built. This spacecraft need to be constructed in space using the similar method to the International Space Station. Second is nuclear propulsion. Nuclear thermal propulsion provides twice the efficiency of current system. The NASA is working on effective propulsion system which will use nuclear thermal propulsion. The third is inflatable heat shields because a spacecraft will have to be very large to support people in the trip to Mars and the landing would extremely be difficult. This is especially true because of differences in Martian atmosphere compared to the Earth. A heat shield radiates heat away from the spacecraft and protects the underlying spacecraft. This kind of heat shield is simply too bulky to applicable to spacecraft of the size necessary to human transport to Mars. The fourth is protection from Martian atmosphere. The Martian atmosphere is thinner and much colder and made of over 95% of carbon dioxide and only 0.13% of oxygen. For this, the habitat needs to be able to create and recycle the right proportion of gases for human to breathe. The proportion could be 40% of carbon dioxide, 40% of argon, and 20% of oxygen. The fifth is staying warm and keeping fit. The average temperature on Mars is minus 80 degrees Celsius to 62.2 degrees Celsius. The temperature on Mars could swing drastically, means at night it could be minus 100 degrees Celsius and at day it could reach out to plus 70 degrees Celsius. Means controlling temperature could be a major challenge for inhabitants on Mars. For this, astronauts need to be exercised daily. The sixth is very low gravity. The gravity on Mars is very low as compared to Earth. It's only 38% of Earth. The low gravity means the people living on Mars have a high chance of losing bone density. And the last seven is water, fuel, and food production. The Mars surface has all the necessary components to cultivating the plant. It has water and all organic components that a plant need to survive, but it does not have hospitable atmosphere. The greenhouse that efficiently produce a plant suitable atmosphere will be a top priority, as this will be only way to generate food on Mars. The most likely method to fuel production on Mars is once again utilizing the water already on Mars. Water can be split in hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen can creating a hospitable atmosphere and hydrogen is already an effective propellant. So before sending people, it will be necessary to prepare an automated hydrogen processing plant to ensure that fuel is available. So can human live on Mars? The answer is yes, but not easily. There are so many challenging obstacles in the way. Getting to the end from the Mars, surviving in harsh environment, production of food, fuel and water are the main challenging obstacles. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for more interesting videos and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks.